Casey's Audio Vault.
Barry Stock from 3 Days Grace.
November 10th, 2009.
Hey, Casey, how are you?
I'm good, Barry. How about you today?
I'm awesome, thanks.
You, at home?
Yeah, we're back in Toronto right now, just getting geared up for this tour next week.
Yeah, I guess it starts on Monday, and life starts now. It's been out for, a month and a half. What have you been doing in between? Have you been climbing the walls, waiting to get out on the road?
Yeah, pretty much. We've been pretty excited about getting fired back up again. You know, it's been a while. We've been off, so, and that's our favorite thing is doing the live show. So, yeah, we've been pretty stoked about getting that ready. It's taken us the last few months to prep all that and put on the kind of show we want to do.
Now, what sort of prep goes into it? Do you guys say, okay, now we need some pyro at this part of the song?
That's it. We just put all our ideas together and just think about, okay, what's the best show we could put on, and just start throwing ideas out there. It usually takes a couple months to get it all together. We got some cool stuff happening this time, some neat staging and effects and visuals, and so I think it's going to be really cool.
The 3 Days Grace tour rolls through Winnipeg, December 5th at MTS Centre. When you've had this time off, what have you been keeping yourself busy with? Do you need to keep busy, or you just kind of sit back and relax in between the planning?
We like to be home, that's what we usually do. We're all family people now, everybody's got kids, and there's, lives are a little different, so your home life gets a little busier, you know what I mean? That definitely keeps us occupied.
So do you have kids now?
Not myself, no, but a few of the other guys got a few kids, and so it's kind of funny now when we rehearse, it looks like 3 Days Grace daycare at our rehearsals. It's kind of funny, there'll be 4 or 5 kids running around at any given time. It's definitely different.
How does your wife like the fact that you take off for long periods of time on tour? Is she going to come see you?
Oh yeah, we try to arrange it. We're never too far apart, but I mean, touring these days we can break it up a little more than we could in the past. So we'll go out for a few weeks and then head out for a week and then head out again, and so we can always kind of break it up a little more, right? We've been doing this for a while, so we're used to it in our relationship.
The other guys in 3 Days Grace, they've been friends since high school, and well, you've been in the band for a long time, but do you ever still feel like the odd man out in conversation?
No, not really. No, actually never. That's what's cool about these guys. I mean, right from day one, we kind of became buddies before they even asked me to join the band. And right from day one, they never let me feel like an outsider. They brought me in. They got a great circle of friends that they've all been hanging out with forever, and they invited me right into that circle. And there was never that awkward feeling of, oh yeah, I'm the, you're just missing out on stuff. There's the odd conversation that might come up of the past, of obviously where I wasn't there. But again, generally as a feeling, we're a pretty close family, and we've been that way all along.
Just be like, shut up, guys. I don't want to hear about your gym teacher again.
Exactly.
So you grew up in Toronto, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Southern Ontario for the most part, yeah.
How far away is that from where the other boys are?
Well, where I live now is I'm about an hour northwest of Toronto, and the other guys grew up more a couple hours east of the city. And that's where Brad, he's moved back to where he grew up, and so he's a couple hours. A few of the guys are in the city, so we're all a few hours apart from each other now.
With the new album, Life Starts Now, it seems like there's a trend with most music these days that it gets produced for the iPod. It's for headphones. There's lots of compression, lots of high end. Did you guys try and go against that? Was there some sort of idea to not make an album that sounds like every other album?
Yeah, this time around we really wanted to get away from that. Music, even our last music was guilty of it as well, but music these days is just so clean cut. Everything's perfect and put in tune, and to get big sounds, everything seems to be recorded with a tight, punchy drum sound and then lots of layered guitars to get its bigness. And this time around we want to completely get away from that and go back to more classic stuff that we used to listen to growing up, that stuff that sounds real, and where stuff is slightly pitchy and tempos change slightly, and it just sounds live, and take advantage of the room for its bigness. This time around we went to the Warehouse, Bryan Adams studio in Vancouver, and we did that so we could take advantage of the big room sound. So we got big boomy drums, and then playing all my guitars in the room standing 6 feet from my amps, just on stun. So it was a completely different vibe for us to do a record that's more real.
Did it take any longer, or about the same amount of time as the other ones?
No, we actually did it in a really good time. We spent a month on the record, the actual recording of the record. But, once again, like we have in the past, we spent a lot of time getting to that point, doing, sort of pre-po and getting our songs to where we wanted them. So we knew when we went into the studio exactly what we were going to be playing for the most part. And we left room for obviously a little experimenting and stuff. But we were really prepared when we went in this time. So we were able to knock it off pretty quick.
Well, Barry, thanks for calling into the Rock Report. I guess you've got a few more days where you can see the family, and then you're hitting the road on Monday.
Yeah. It's coming quick. We're really excited about it.
We'll see you December 5th, MTS Center.
Thanks, man.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.